I really don't like the person that I've become some days. Like, I feel like the way that my journey has been, I've had to sit through these emotions. Welcome to Kalan the Voice podcast. I'm your host, Anel, and here we talk about all things healing, growing, evolving, God, spirituality, in full transparency. We're on episode 8. Yeah, because last week I thought I was on episode 8, but in reality, this week is episode 8. And let me just say, like, I've had a very emotional week. Okay? Life be life in. And I'm not saying like anything crazy. It's just my responsibilities right now are very overwhelming. And since we keep it 1000 on here, I just want to let you know that I'm stressed out. I truly, I am stressed out. Yeah, real tears. I don't know, TMI, but the girl is coming. So, that explains a lot. And no matter what, I am going to continue to show up to do this because, realistically speaking, I don't feel well to be talking because I feel like I'm going to get emotional. But maybe this is what I need, Hey, Stink. Have you subscribed yet? Have you? Because we've been here week after week and you still haven't subscribed. Like, come on. Comment down below. Comment something before we get started and then comment after. Comment during, okay? But please know that we're here. I have no idea what that means, but let's get into the episode. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about resentment, okay? And let's just say that I have had a journey with resentment. And I think that is probably one of the hardest emotions to overcome. Since I'm very honest on here, I am going to say that I still hold some resentment. I do. And if someone tells you that the healing journey is all about, like, yeah, you have to let go of those things and, it's not free for that other person, it's for you. And please, let's just save it. Save it. Save it for someone who cares because, honestly speaking, it's just not realistic. I feel like resentment comes from trying to avoid those feelings. If you are angry, be angry. If you are upset, be upset. If you're sad, be sad. If you're depressed, be depressed. But I feel like the point in that is that you have to work your way through those emotions in order for you to not be resentful. I feel like when you just avoid those emotions all the time, that is what leads up to resentment. While also, when you are stuck in a situation or you at least feel that way and you're putting yourself in a predicament where you know it's going to lead you to be resentful towards that person and situation, it's just a downfall of, it's just a disaster. Like, resentment has been an issue with me because I'm such a genuine soul that it upsets me really bad when people legit don't respect me. Like, it just doesn't make me feel good because the way I would never do people how they've done me is insane. And I know it's not healthy to think that people have the same heart as you because they absolutely do not. But I feel like the only thing I genuinely ask for from people is just respect. And I can't even get that. There's things that I know how to maneuver through because I've done the work, but there's still things that I struggle with. And I don't ever want to come across like I have it all together because I absolutely do not. I don't. I go through my things, you know what I mean? And for me, it's not the person, it's the principle. You feel what I mean? Like, why would you do that? Like, what in your right mind allows you to think that things are okay? Yeah, I feel as if resentment is something that I still struggle with. And I really want to make that known because, yeah, healing, you have to forgive people and stuff like that. But some people, you don't have to forgive them. And that may sound crazy. I genuinely feel like there's people on this earth that have done so much evil that they do not deserve forgiveness. And listen, listen, I, God is still working on my heart. He is. But for me to sit here and say, like, yeah, I'm just gonna forgive, like it's easy, uh, that's not realistic. And that's not me being honest. It's hard to forgive somebody who repeatedly have done things to you that has scarred you forever. You know what I mean? And I feel like one day I will genuinely forgive these people, but I can't get over certain situations. In turn, makes me resentful towards that person and towards the situation. Sometimes it's the person, sometimes it's the situation, sometimes it's both. For me to sit here and say, like, oh yeah, a part of your healing, you have to forgive. Like, let's not put a timeline on it. Let's not put a timeline on things, because it's just not realistic. Just because you should forgive, that doesn't mean you're ready to forgive. And yeah, like resentment towards other people is, I don't even know what I'm saying. I feel like I need to say a prayer. I'm just gonna start over. I feel as if resentment is something that has taken me a long time to navigate, because I see it as I have to now unlearn the unhealthy things that people have put me through, and they get to live their lives. It doesn't make sense to me some days. I don't know, I just doesn't make me feel good. I just feel like I really don't like the person that I've become some days. Like the fact that whew, the fact that like I have to unlearn things that weren't even my fault. It doesn't make sense. And I know that one day this is gonna be very small, but I feel like the way that my journey has been, I've had to sit through these emotions. And people have gotten to move on with their lives while I sit here and work through it. It's not fair. And for me to sit here and be talking about like, oh yeah, like just let it go. And it's just like, how can I let it go if there are certain aspects of myself, like the way that I think, like it changes your brain chemistry to be such a genuine person, and then people do things to or turn you and make you into be this person you don't want to be. So the fight of, okay, I needed this so that I can become better, but also like it didn't have to be to that extent. And that's why I have dealt with resentment toward myself and others, because I think people think that like having boundaries and being like the way that I am now and today, that it's easy. It's not. Some days I don't want to be that way, but I have to, because I have to protect myself. I whew, Lord. And I have worked really hard to fight every single day, despite of how I was feeling or am feeling. And for anybody to come and try to disrespect me, it really just angers me. Like, it makes me mad, because for you to think that you could come and like take all the work, it's kind of like people come and test. People come and test. And it's like, I know that I can react in a very ugly way, but I can't, because healing is reacting in a positive way. So I would be doing myself a disservice if I reacted in the way that I want to instead of the way that I need to. And I'm not gonna sit here. Listen again. I'm not gonna sit here and say like I don't react sometimes. Like when I've hit my limit, I react. But it's all about keeping that to a minimum, because it's just not healthy. and I can't allow people to have that control over me. Going back to my core value, like one of my core values is respect. Like that, once you cross that, you won't get nothing out of me. Like you will get exactly how I feel. This may sound so insane to say and to feel, but I know God is working on my heart. And what I'm about to say is not all the way negative. It just comes from a place of a person who's tired of being hurt. And I feel like people who do horrible things to people, whether it's they lie, they manipulate, they just do bad things for people to feel bad. I think they need to get that back towards them, and they need to feel that times 10 so that they can stop doing that to people. You need to feel what you put people through so that you will stop doing that. You got to understand how people treat you never leaves you at all. Like I may forget what you said to me, I may forget certain things, but how you made me feel, I'm going to feel that forever. And it's not about letting it go. Like I feel like there's so much like pressure to like let it go, let it go, let it go. And like I feel like I did that a lot, and in turn it just allowed me to just keep holding on to it. Let's talk about resentment towards myself. For a very long time I resented myself because in my mind the thought is you knew damn better. You knew better. You knew better than that, and you still decided to stay there. But then it's like I have to also give myself grace, because what good is that doing? For a long time, even for myself, I confused being angry with resentment. Like it's not the same thing. In therapy, they give you like this paper of like a wheel of emotions, and you would be surprised of feelings. Like we label it to be one thing, but in reality it's another thing. Like let's say you're having arguments with somebody and they don't understand you. You may think that you're angry, but in reality you're just frustrated because they can't understand you. In return, like resentment, I think it falls in the wheel under like disappointment, frustration, like all these other emotions. And that's something that I had to learn too. I just really wanted to come on here to be very transparent, and I don't want to make it seem like I know all the answers to everything in the healing journey, and I know, because I don't. This is where I am right now. And where I am is I'm still trying to figure it out just like you. Just because I I may look like something, that doesn't mean that it's it. I'm just more vocal about these things. I've just learned how to say it out loud and be vulnerable with the world, whoever's watching. But it takes a lot of work to even get to a point where you're even saying it out loud. Because the thing is that once, everything is in your head, right? Think about it. All these thoughts are in your head. How many thoughts we have a day? I don't know. A lot of them, right? We have a lot of thoughts in our head every single day, all day, even when we're sleeping. So when you say things out loud, they become real. And then you have to just learn how to, okay, so what does this mean? And then it just trickles down to something else, and something else, and something else. And that unknown feeling is what scares us. I really just hope that somebody, anybody, really knows, like, I am right here with you. And please understand that it's okay to just feel your emotions out. And this was a roller coaster of emotions this episode, but I really just want to make it known, like, I really don't got it all together, and I have my moments and my weeks and my days where I'm just not all the way there. Like, I'm not joking as much today, or you know, it's just as I joke around now. But I just feel like resentment is a very big emotion to overcome, and I'm still trying to figure it out myself. And once I get through that, I will come back and have an update for you guys, because me sharing allows people to know, like, damn, even on camera. I would never think that I was gonna be crying on the internet. Ciao. Like, I'm really crying on the internet. Like, this is crazy, but I don't care because no one can embarrass me. Like, this is what I feel. And if you're dealing with resentment, I just want you to know, like, you just have to find what is gonna ease that away from you. For me, it's just prayer. Like, when I have these like evil thoughts about like, I hope they this, I hope they that, and this is me being real. Like, my heart is still being worked on every single day. But if you only knew the amount of things that I've been through, you would say, oh wow, I do have thoughts of like, I hope this happens to this person, and I hope that they're unhappy. Like, these are things that I think about, and it's very normal to do so. And it's part of it. It's part of being in it, you know? So for me to say here like, oh, I just wished you the best. No, I don't wish you the best. I'm not gonna say that out loud because that's rude, but I'm not gonna think that. Like, why would I wish someone the best who didn't even give me the best or give me the bare minimum? Like, it just doesn't make no damn sense. I do pray over my life when I'm having these thoughts because I don't want to be this way. And it really goes back down to what I was saying in the beginning. I don't want to be this way. I don't want to have these thoughts. I don't want to feel these things towards these people. But it's hard not to do that when in my everyday life I have to navigate through it. Because now the people who are for me and want to love me and are my people can't get that version of me that you had the opportunity to have because you ruined it. That's where my battle is. And listen, that's my truth, and I'm gonna just sit with that. So let's get into today's Boundaries Baddies tip. If you don't know, I basically give unsolicited advice about how to be a boundaries baddie. Today's Boundaries Baddie tip is allow yourself to understand that the universe, God, whoever you believe in, is handling it for you because you do not wrong people and live a good life. You don't. You just don't, okay? Any area of that person's life that hurt you, that is very near and dear to them, that's what they will struggle with. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It was the first one I cried in. Congratulations, you see me cry. And by the way, tears do not make you weak, okay? The weakest person acts strong. Remember that. But anyways, that is it for today's episode. Make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure that you turn on post notifications so you can get notified every time I upload new videos. And make sure you're doing it for yourself every single day. Bye.